City, New Jersey, it got so bad the water didn't taste good, sometimes failed government's own tests, and kept getting more expensive. City workers told Mayor Brent Schundler there wasn't much they could do. They couldn't even slow the price increases.
We said, can't you get the costs down so we don't have to increase rates? And they said no.
Can't be done. It's an answer heard in bureaucracies everywhere. So Schundler did something unusual. He put the water contract out for bid, and a for-profit company won. Within months, the private company had fixed the pipes the government couldn't fix.
But how can you trust the drinking water to some outside private company?
The reality is our water is safer and cleaner than it's ever been before.
For the first time in years, the city's water meets the highest standards, and for less money. The private company saved taxpayers $35 million.
What if they screw up?
They're fired. They're toast. I don't care. If they blow it, we're going to give the contract to somebody else.
That focuses the mind.
Yeah, they say there's nothing like a hanging, the prospect of a hanging, to concentrate the mind.
That's the difference. Government's a monopoly, so it has no real competition, no incentive to innovate or try harder.
These men worked for Jersey City Water when the department said it couldn't be done. Now they do what couldn't be done.
Are you working harder now?
Yes. You're always on the go. Every day something different.
So were you goofing off before? Sitting around, drinking coffee?
Well, occasionally, yes. When we work for the city.
Many workers told us they're happier working harder in privatized systems.
We work harder. There's a lot of reason to work harder.
Nurse Debbie Vass loves her job as a paramedic in Pinellas County, Florida.
This system is way cool. You have state-of-the-art brand new ambulances, state-of-the-art brand new equipment. That is so different from the way things were before when it was a struggle just to have a pillow on your stretcher.
Then the service was sometimes slow and expensive.
The costs were just going up, up, up with no end in sight.
That was before the county, like Jersey City, put their EMS service up for bid, placing the lives of their residents in private hands. The result astonished the county.
Our taxes were lowered 8 years in a row. Competition has proven to get us higher quality, faster ambulances, and lower cost.
Because of competition, paramedics, not just dispatchers, now answer the phones.
And you're having chest pain?
They give you medical advice while you're waiting.
I want you to stay on the phone with me because she is unconscious.
And the ambulances get to you sooner because their satellite tracking system, few government services have this, tells them which ambulance is closest. This one's parked at McDonald's, not for lunch, but because the company computer said this was the best place to wait, to reach more people fast.
You can hear them before you get off the phone.
Mary Knight's neighbors called 911 because Mary was disoriented. The paramedics got to her within minutes.
That's one of the main reasons we live here.
The people in our ambulance service are excellent, but then again, they have no choice. If they're not excellent, they're history.
That's not how it works with government work, even when it's crucial government work. Look at the FAA. Was your last flight on time?
A third of the flights here are now delayed.
So much for that trip.
Delays are becoming the norm. It's been the worst summer on record in U.S. airline history.
How can this be? Look at the sky. Even over an airport, there's lots of room. Why can't they fly more planes in this empty space?
The Federal Aviation Administration issued a report candidly saying it is largely to blame.
It's not that they haven't tried. It's just that government monopolies don't modernize well.
The FAA still uses these antiquated vacuum tubes in its radar systems. Vacuum tubes. I mean, they took these things out of our TV sets years ago.
But your government still uses them to keep track of planes in America. With such old technology, no wonder flights are delayed.
It seems that the system has reached its breaking point.
But there are not as many delays here in Canada. This airport in Toronto is just as busy as JFK or San Francisco's airport or Denver's. Yet here, the flights are more likely to be on time.
We went through a divorce. We left the government behind. We left the number of management layers behind.
Former government controller Andy Vazirins now works for Canada's new private air traffic control system. And he says he can't believe the difference.
We're saving $250 million a year.
Controllers used to write information down on little pieces of paper and slide them around, the way bartenders slide beer down the bar. It's the same system still used in control towers in the U.S., but not here in Toronto. Here, the private company said the old control tower was so out of date, it just blew it up and built a new one. Paper and pencil was replaced by a computerized system. Thanks to innovations like that, in Canada today, though more people are flying, delays are down.
If the government was still here, we'd be falling behind the 8 ball every day. Delays, delays, delays. We would gridlock this airport.
Finally, traffic on the ground's often gridlocked too. We tend to take this for granted, assume it's inevitable. But private enterprise works better here too. Take the 91 freeway in California. Recently, a private company rented the empty space in the middle of the freeway and built a toll road, but a better one than what we're used to. It takes about 45 minutes off the rush hour trip, and there are no toll booths. Computers in this scaffolding bill people electronically. You don't even have to slow down. And if you break down, they see it. They have cameras everywhere, and they come to help you.
Eastbound east of Imperial and 1-lane block. I'll be in Rockland eastbound toll plaza.
Run out of gas? They'll give you a free gallon, because the private company has the right incentive.
Unless we give them what they want, they won't use the express lanes. If they don't use the express lanes, we don't have a viable business.
That's that competition that focuses the mind. Government, because it's a monopoly, doesn't have that.